Hey folks, Eric here from DirtyOldSneakers.com. Today I want to talk to you about the Fenix 5X Plus. Roll the intro. If you're looking to buy one of these Garmin products, the links below go to my Amazon affiliate account. Please keep in mind that if you do use those links, that I do get a couple of shekels from each of the sales, and it just goes to fund the channel. So I'd appreciate it if you use those. All right, let's get to the review. So if you watch my channel, it should come as no surprise to you that I'm a huge fan of the Fenix 5 Plus series. Now, I happen to own the 5X, but it does come in 3 different models. It comes in the 5 Plus S, the 5 Plus, and the 5 Plus X. That's the one I have. Now, there's very few differences between the 3 models. The most striking of which, and the most obvious, is size. The 5S coming in at 42 millimeters, the 5 Plus coming in at 47 millimeters, and the 5X Plus coming in at 52 millimeters. Now, this is Garmin's marquee tracker. It comes with just a phenomenal array of features for not just swimming, cycling, and running, but for hiking, general fitness, the gym, and a whole lot more. I'm going to put some stuff up on the screen. It's going to show you what all of the different things that it tracks, and it's an incredible array. The only feature difference between the 5X Plus and all the others is the pulse ox, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. Now, like all of the Garmin products that you get, it's super easy to set up with your phone. It's also super easy to set up on your computer. There's a whole array of things that you can do to make this personalized. One of the things that I really like about the Garmin products these days is that you can do a different watch face. Now, I use ActiveFace, and the reason that I do that is because I not only like to have quick access to all the data that I want, I just like how sort of busy it looks, you know? So the way that I have it set up is that I like to know when the sunrise or sunset is going to be, and a quick look at my heart rate. It gives me the activity levels and calories burned and steps for the last 7 days in a comparative chart. It gives me steps that I've done today, and if I've reached that goal, and when it does reach the goal, it does a little celebration for you. That's really kind of nice. And one of the features that I really like about this, you can add your next event. So I have the next half marathon that I'm doing, and it gives you a countdown until that. Now, hopefully I will have been through PT by that time, and I'll be ready to run that half marathon, but that remains to be seen. I'm still using it as a motivator to get my body healthy from what happened at the New York City Marathon this year. Keeping in mind that this is very customizable, you can set your widgets up in any order you like. I'm very used to the widgets in a certain order. Not only do I like to have them in a specific order during activity, but I like to have them just when I'm using the watch generally. So I like to be able to scroll through and know which widgets are going to be where. So like I said, fully customizable. Really, really great options. Another thing that I think is really cool about this, and this is Garmin products across the board, is that you can either set up your step goal manually or you can let it do it automatically. Now, I let it do it automatically because what it does is it looks at all of your activity level for the past 7 days or so, and it chooses the right step goal for you. So if I have been pretty inactive, it's going to bring my step goal down, because the reason that I do this is because if I've been inactive, I'm either injured and working through that, or I'm in recovery mode. All right, so let's get into 5 things that I really like about the Fenix 5X Plus. Now, number 1 is I've really turned the corner on the music option in the watch. I used to think, well, why am I bothering to get a watch that has music capabilities when I always carry my phone with me when I run? Here's why. A lot of the runs that I do are during the day. So if I go out and do a run at lunch and I have my phone with me, if I do get an email or I get a text or I get a phone call, I'm going to get a buzz and I'm going to stop and I'm going to think that, oh, this is really important, I need to look at it. With music on my watch, I can listen to music and not be neurotic about checking email and texts and answering phone calls when I'm running. Really lets me concentrate on the workout that I'm doing. I think it's a phenomenal feature, and I highly recommend that if you have the option, you get a watch that has music capabilities in it. I've heard some complaints from some folks about the Bluetooth cutting out between the watch and your headphones. I have not had a problem with losing connectivity with my headset while I'm listening to music on the watch. Another thing that I really like about this, number 2, is the contactless payment. No longer do you have to pull that sweaty bill out of your shorts to pay the person that's got that awful look on their face like, what are you giving that to me for? I don't want to touch that, because contactless payment negates having to carry bills around with you. It's not as ubiquitous at this point as credit cards or obviously cash, but I live in New York City, so it's almost everywhere, and it is becoming more and more common at retailers. So they've extended the battery life on the 5X Plus to 20 days. So if you are not using it for any sport, it's going to be lasting up to 20 days. GPS mode, you get up to 32 hours. That's much more than a week's worth of workouts. GPS and music in conjunction, you're going to get 13 hours. And if you're using Ultra Track mode, you're going to get 70 hours. Now, number 4, and it's the option that only comes on the Fenix 5X Plus, is the pulse ox. Now, what does pulse ox mean? It's your oxygen saturation level in your blood, and that is how acclimated are you to the surroundings that you're in. For instance, when I went to Boulder this year to do the Boulder on Memorial Day, I was not acclimated at all. Now, knowing what my pulse ox wasn't going to help me do the race better, but it would have helped me mentally prepare a little bit more if I'd known that it was going to be tougher than I thought it was going to be when I first started. Pulse ox is not something that I would really use a lot. Again, it's about acclimation. It's going to be really important to folks that are doing mountaineering. Not something that I do a lot, but a nice option to have nonetheless. What they've done for the satellite modes is they've actually added what is called Galileo. So they've been using GLaSSNOS, which is the Russian satellite system, GPS, which is the US and the North American satellite system, and now they've added Galileo, which is the European satellite systems. Think about it this way. Chevy, Ford, and Toyota all make trucks. They just do it to a slightly different standard. They all make something slightly different in models. So to have all 3 of them in one device means that you're going to be getting the best of all of them. So is it going to make a huge difference in your tracking? Probably not, but every little refinement in your data is going to be helpful. So where am I going with this? At the end of the day, it is a huge thumbs up. To me, it's about size. Did you want the really big chunky watch? Then it's a 5X Plus. If you want the medium-sized watch, then you're going to get the 5 Plus. And if you are a little bit more dainty, like my wife, you're going to want the 5S because it's not going to look like it's taking over your entire wrist. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this video, smash that like button below, get it up with the YouTube algorithm a little bit more. You like gear reviews, race reviews, or anything dirt sports related, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And all importantly, that bell next to it so you get notified when I put up new videos just about every week. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.